So we're super excited. We're out here at Chalk Lake, which is just near Buena Vista, Colorado. And we came out here with some friends and we've had a blast. So this is the first time that we've kind of used the RV, and so far it's been great.
So we just wanted to talk a little bit more about how we got the RV, because it felt like it was really, I don't know, just meant to be. And so we were looking a lot, like every night, you know, in between, like trying to work and, you know, just trying to get it all, just trying to like weigh all the pros and cons of different sizes and different types and different amenities, and you know, it's just getting kind of mind numbing. And so yeah, this one popped up on Craigslist and it was in Denver, which is great because that's local-ish for us. And we were thinking at first that wasn't going to happen because we had looked at dealerships and stuff, and there's just not a lot of used inventory that they get. So so this one popped up and we went and looked at it, and we were supposed to be the second people to see it, but then that first lady actually canceled, so we were the first people, which just really felt like we wouldn't have gotten it otherwise, because it was a really good deal. And the family was actually from France. Here they bought the RV so they could travel for the summer, and we're just kind of trying to figure out what was next in life for them, which is really similar to really the reason that we're doing this. And so that felt cool. And they had 2 girls, you know, and so we've been traveling as a family, and we just really connected with them and really just felt like a heart connection to them, and just really enjoyed them, and they were very kind and generous, and yeah, so it felt like a really a piece about getting this RV, and like really good vibes. So that just made us like really excited about it. And what's funny is it in some ways was different than what we were maybe thinking. Like, it's gas, and we were thinking diesel, and but then it also had a lot of the things that we wanted but didn't think we could get in an RV that's this small, like a tub for Lucy because she loves baths, and an oven, and an actual queen bed, not an RV queen, a real queen bed. Because I'm sorry, a 49-inch bed is not a queen bed. No. I don't care if you call it an RV queen. It's not a queen. No. It's barely a double. It's not a full-size bed. It's not even a full-size. It's not big enough for us. No, we love our sleep too much. We're already downgrading from a queen size bed.
King size bed.
What?
Downgraded from a king size
Sorry,
bed.
we had a queen, then we got a king. So we're already going from a king to a queen.
For our relationship, it's important.
And the health and our well-being.
That we have
a decent sized bed. Yeah. So that's really hard to find though in an RV this size. Unless you get a very unique layout where they do these 2 twins in the bed, in the back, and then they turn into a king, but then you're losing other stuff. So it felt like we had to compromise, like, for one or the other to really get everything we wanted. But really, what's so cool, again, and what just felt like such a gift with this one, was it had everything that we wanted and more that we didn't think we would get. It's just really awesome, and I think just speaks to goodness of the Lord. Yeah. And then the price was way lower. So what was cool about that too was that has allowed us to get some upgrades that we were dreaming of having but not sure if we could afford. Like, we ordered solar panels, and we're getting compostable toilet, and we're going to do some just other like upgrades and like additional things to the RV just to make it, because it's not just us camping for the weekend, it's us living in it. And so we want to do some things that are not only going to be environmentally friendly but also just make it easier for us to not be in, not be having to stay in a campsite like all the time, to have enough electricity and water and all those things. Very grateful, very thankful, and just see it as such a gift. So
it's been kind of a more stressful kind of search than we thought it would be.
Harder than we thought it would be.
I guess not stressful really, but just like harder and longer.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, you sold your house, so you got an RV, right?" Like the next day, it was. Yeah. And I was like, "No, that sounds nice." I mean, it was weird to like have the money, but not be able to like right away get the RV, which we weren't expecting. I think we thought like, "Oh, as soon as we sell our house and have the money, we can get the RV like right away, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that easy.
Yeah. So we're thankful. We're really thankful. We see this as a gift, and that we want to steward well in this season of life for us. That we're gonna just be on the road with Lucy and Libby here, and just go and explore the U.S. Travel's been in our hearts always, and we haven't done as much as we'd like in this past few years. So we're looking forward to having the time and space and the RV to be able to do that. So we're ready and excited.
Yeah, and just like a way to just live in with a different sort of intention than maybe we've been able to with like 9-to-5 jobs, and
Yeah.
both working and also trying to be parents, and like we really see it as kind of like a pilgrimage of sorts / sabbatical, but also just a way to explore some new values that we're really excited about, like living simply and downsizing and just getting back to some things that have always been on our hearts and been important to us. It feels like they've gotten a bit lost in the everyday and lost in the grind. It's just the grind of like how to pay a mortgage and how to pay for a car and all these things that like I know tons of people struggle with. And I think that's why for us we're doing a big 180, maybe even 360 of just doing something so different, because I guess I don't want to keep working for a mortgage. I don't want to keep just grinding by or getting by.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much more to life than that. And like, I've wanted to be home with Lucy, not working for 3 years, ever since she's been born. And that just hasn't felt possible with just Todd being self-employed and just choosing other things lifestyle-wise that we value, like flexibility and being home more.
Yeah.
So this allows us to have some of that. And at the end of the day, I'd rather live in a different, more simplistic way than to keep feeling like we have to live paycheck to paycheck and keep feeling those pressures.
Yeah. We either felt like I needed to like make a big switch and try to generate more income, which is fine. Like I've been trying to do that, but that hasn't really panned out as much as I wanted to. So either we generate more income to support
more
the stuff, all the stuff, all the bills and car and house and kid and whatever, or we downsize a lot and our expenses go way down and then we have to work way less. So that to us right now seems like a great decision to have more freedom with our time and our money and the
have
things,
more of the lifestyle
and have more of the lifestyle that we have wanted to have for a while, and kind of live into the values that are in our hearts, rather than pushing them off and waiting for them to happen in another time.
And that's not to say that we're judging like the 9-to-5, or that everyone should quit their jobs and everyone should get an RV and everyone should, find a way to be mortgage free like we are right now. I think that you have to figure out what works for you, what you're called to, and there's different seasons where you're meant to, or supposed to, like, conserve a little bit more, and there's other times where I think you have the opportunity, like we do right now, you do something that seems a little crazy, that seems a little out of the box, that seems a little like people look at you like, you're doing what again?
What?
Why are you doing that? Or okay, and a lot of people thinking it's cool too, but
Sure.
and again, that's where you have to find that for yourself. I mean, you can't live someone else's life, you can't live someone else's dreams. And like for you, living in an RV might not be a dream. That might sound like horrible to you, and that's fine. But if there's something else that you get excited about, I'll get it from you in a second, okay? But we're gonna have to look for it. But I mean, I think you have to find like what that is for you, and that's even for us. Like that's part of why we're doing this, is because we want to have the time and the space to ask some intentional life, bigger purpose, why are we here questions, and deeper heart questions that it, again, felt like in the grind, in the just trying to juggle all these various things and just make ends meet, just didn't have the margin for.
Yep.
And again, to us, it felt more important to simplify, downsize, to have that space versus to have more stuff and more things and, you know, try to squeeze those questions, and we wanted to reverse it. Like, let's have those questions be more important than maybe some other stuff. And that means sacrificing certain things, which to us we're okay with.
Yep.
And I'm sure there'll be times that it's hard, or that it's, you know, like, difficult. But I guess we're choosing those difficulties over other things.
Yeah. Totally. So you excited?
Yeah. I feel like just still wrapping my head around it.
Yeah.
Around the whole idea that this is actually our home, instead of like, it's so different to like camp and be like, oh, and then we'll go home. But
Right.
instead, like, now
It's like,
the camping is,
we'll go home, which is our camper.
yeah. It's like our life is a camping trip now, which is weird, but
Yeah.
cool, but exciting, and it's been really fun to like try it out and like look at, you know, such different space. I mean, obviously way less space, and have to get creative with the space, and there's a lot of multi-purchase spaces, and, you know, we've already downsized a lot since selling the house, but it feels like we have to do another round of that now with
Yeah.
even the stuff we thought we were going to bring in the RV.
Totally.
And different way to think about kind of everything, and yet we're the same, our family's the same, we're just doing something different. So yeah, I'm excited. I think Lucy most of the time is excited.
Yeah.
She might not fully understand what we've signed her up for yet, but she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is exciting. And, you know, all the books that I've read are like, oh, you should make sure before you full-time RV that you have RV'd a lot before, and that you've rented one before. And
I'm like,
yeah, we just bought an RV.
let's just do it.
And just started living full-time in it, you know. And, you know, we won't be fully living full-time yet. You know, this is kind of our inaugural
Maiden voyage.
for it.
Yeah.
So it still feels like it's, you know, doesn't still feel fully real. But it's going to be really soon, like it or not.
Mhm.
So, but that does feel good, and it does feel exciting.
All right, so we're gonna go. There's a lake right behind us here. We're gonna go run on the lake and let Lucy explore the lake and see what kind of adventures we can get into. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.